I'm David Hodge with the law firm Underhill and Hodge, here this evening with my clients Doug Maddie, Matt Casey, Andrew Lemon. You've all seen me before and you know what I do. We appreciate the opportunity to be here, and we are thankful that we are engaged in this discussion. I mean, to the point you made earlier, it's real in here tonight. It's real in here, and it needed to get real on this project. No doubt about it, from our perspective, from your perspective, and from the administration's perspective. We need to have this discussion. Mr. Metzbauer, one thing that I would like to say to you specifically is, to the extent there is some disagreement between you and one or more of your colleagues on the manner in which this has made it to council, I would like for you to blame me for that and not your colleague, Mr. Leesburg.
Oh, I already do.
Yeah, which is okay, because absolutely, we had a conversation. There were other conversations with other of my clients, with others of your colleagues, and things happened. That's obviously tonight abundantly clear that it's unfortunate that it happened that way. And with respect to that, you have my apology, because you and I had a conversation and then other things happened. I'm not going to totally take responsibility for it, because there were other discussions clearly, but you and I did have a conversation, and then other things happened. Okay? My clients are trying to do a $22 million project in the city of Gahanna. $22 million. We have, between other meetings with council, committee meetings, and then private meetings over lunch in people's offices, whatnot, we've had around 20 meetings.
Would you like a seat?
No, thank you.
You sure?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay.
We've had about 20 meetings on this project, and you know, whether it's 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, this project has been percolating for some time, and just about everybody in this room knows that it has been. We've heard a lot of discussion in here tonight, and it's all relevant discussion, but we've heard a lot of discussion about why not. But from our perspective, we ought to talk about why. And to your credit, many of you have talked about why. I wish that Mr. Blackford could pull up a map of this. I mean, we're talking about a vacant, derelict car wash across the street from your Crown Jewel Creek side. I mean, come on. What does that do? What does that do for the community? Nothing. From a tax perspective, from an aesthetic perspective, from a pedestrian perspective, from an economic development perspective, it doesn't do diddly squat. North of that, we've got the old EMH&T. When I started doing this work, I was in and out of that office building every single day. EMH&T is no longer in the city of Gahanna. EMH&T is no longer in that building. That is a vacant office building that is way past its prime. On the other side of Mill Street, there's a sports facility and some reasonably decent office that's there. But in terms of what we are trying to do is come into town and do a $22 million development that is complementary to Creekside, that's complementary to the development that's going on there. I know this council has heard discussion from your constituents, because I've heard it out of your own mouths, that some of the folks in Creekside are coming to you and saying, guys, please do something to help us. We can't make our rent. I mean, what's Creekside in now? Its third bankruptcy? The people there need to thrive. We are trying to create feet on the street to supplement what's going on at Creekside. Now, in fairness to us, we didn't expect to walk in the room this evening and have this discussion. We've been in other meetings with you where we felt like we were moving in the right direction. We knew that there were some wrinkles that needed ironed out in this, and we fully accept that. We worked with folks on parking in Rock Park. We worked with folks on aesthetics of the building. We've worked with folks on various things, and we're committed to continuing to do that. Andrew Lemon, in a minute, maybe now, is going to pass out some information about the pro forma, Mr. Renner, that you've asked for. But, you know, guys, this is a good development. I mean, you understand the Insight 2050 plan in Morpsey. We've got 800,000 to 1 million people coming to the city of Columbus. This is Gahanna's Creekside. This is proximity to the airport. This is proximity to Easton. Why are we sitting here beating this great $22 million investment in the city of Gahanna to death? We have said from day one, I have said out of my own mouth, that this has to be a collaboration and a partnership between the developer and the city of Gahanna. Because we have an interest in doing the project. Certainly we want to make money, but the city also has an investment here, and it wants to support what's already there.